Hello, people who are not me. And I am Sire Goku, and welcome to my next Let's Play. I'm back to Mega Man with Mega Man 4. And for some reason, Mega Man 4 decides to start the game off by explaining the plot of Mega Man 1. Don't know why, it just kinda does. Talking about how Dr. Light created Rock and Roll as housekeeping robots, as well as 6 other robots that decided to end up going crazy. But not on their own. It was because Dr. Wily, Dr. Light's ex-assistant, decided to reprogram them. Dr. Light didn't know how to stop the robots, but his creation Rock volunteered to become a fighting robot to stop Dr. Wily and his evil schemes. And thus, Mega Man was born. Because Mega Man 1 didn't originally tell the plot, I guess they decided to wait until Mega Man 4 to do the plot. And now, things have been repeating themselves for the past 3 times now. Dr. Wily has been stopped 3 times. But at the end of Mega Man 3, Dr. Wily should be gone. He got crushed by a boulder. So why... However, just because Dr. Wily's gone doesn't mean the world's fully at peace. Oh no. A new scientist named Dr. Cossack has decided that he's going to try and take over the world with 8 robots of his own. But Mega Man's not going in alone. No, this time he gets equipped with the staple Mega Buster. This is Mega Man 4. Oh god, here we go. You know, I've tried to record this game like 4 or 5 times, and I just could never get, anything. Anyway, I'll get into that later. For now, we have our 8 Robot Masters. Dustman, Drillman, Toadman, Pharaohman, Ringman, Dustman, Skullman, and Diveman. And I'm going to start off going to Toadman because... well, I'm going to go in weakness order, so Toadman's first. Now, what can Mega Man do since Mega Man differently than since Mega Man 3? Well, you can shoot, you can slide, but if you hold down the fire button, you can charge up the Mega Buster, and that is his classic Mega Buster. And I'm going to abuse the hell out of it because it's really useful. I can understand why some people find it annoying or overpowering, but they gave it to you for a reason, and I'm going to use it. Now, the gimmick for this level is that you notice that it's raining. Depending on the direction that the rain is coming in, it'll push you in said direction. So since this rain is flowing to the left, every time you jump, you're going to get pushed to the left. Which is going to make jumping across these pits a little bit harder than it needs to be. Oh well. Let's just hop down here. Give ourselves a little breathing room. But now we have some water currents. Yes, Toadman is the water level of this game. Well, I would say he's the water level of this game, but there's actually 2 water levels. We'll get into that later. You can find some... Now again, these water currents are going to push you in a specific direction. You can find some healing items to the left there if you need them. The charge shot is going to take out most enemies in this game in about 1 or 2 shots. I believe the charged Mega Buster is about as strong as 4 Mega Buster as the 4 regular shots, but... Anyway, this mini boss here is pretty simple. He's going to throw his eyes at you and throw bombs. Wherever he throws his eyes is going to depend on where you are at the time. And you can only damage him when the eyes are open. Oh, extra life, thank you. But now they're going to add in both gimmicks first. But now they're going to add the waterfall gimmick here. So you have to worry about which direction the current is pushing you. Ow. As you're fighting this thing. It's a little harder, but not too much. Now this part can be frustrating. You have these fish that keep hopping at you You're gonna want to take them out first before you make this jump, otherwise they're gonna have a bad habit of, you know, hitting you into the spikes, and like most platformers on the NES, spikes are one-hit kills, so just be careful where you're jumping. Dang, I kinda wish I got that energy, but no, it has to be on spikes. Oh well. I don't know if it's just me, but the stages in Mega Man 4 seem a lot shorter than usual, because we're already here at Toadman, and Toadman is pretty pathetic. He's gonna jump, and then try to he's gonna try and jump on you, but every time you hit him it resets his pattern and makes him jump again. He does have another move, but as long as you keep hitting him like this, he's never gonna use it. Yeah, and I could show off his attack. Yeah, you can also prevent him from using his attack by hitting him when he lifts his arms up, but that makes it take a little bit too long. So I'd rather just do that. There we go. And Toadman is down. That wasn't too hard. He's definitely the easiest boss in this entire game. But for defeating Toadman, we get this flashy new weapon get system. It's all in 3D-ish. And we get the Rain Flush, as well as a new Rush adapter. This will be the Rush Marine. I don't know why we're getting the Rush Marine after the water level, but oh well. And there's our password if you want to write that down. So I'm going to go in weakness order. The next up is going to be Bright Man. So many failed recording attempts at this, where this is usually where it starts. Maybe I've been a little out of practice with Mega Man 4, but I've had to try and redo this recording session multiple times. Anyway, the gimmick for this level is every time you shoot those light bulb enemies, it's going to turn the lights completely out. But then if you shoot the green enemies, they're going to make these fireworks that turn the lights back on. Now we have these totem pole enemies, just get rid of that. Now to get across these bed of spikes, you have to ride this grasshopper robot. They're going to do 2 hops forward, and then they're going to turn around and hop backwards. I don't know exactly what triggers them doing a long jump as opposed to a short hop. I think it has to do with how fast you jump onto them. I could be wrong. I've never really understood exactly how it works. Now if you want, you can go to the left and get, or to the right I mean, and get that life energy. I don't really need it. You have these green spinning enemies and they don't even get a chance to attack. You can either use 1 charge shot to take them out or 2 regular shots. Now the path splits here. You can come down here and get some goodies down here. You have to ride on these elevator platforms here. When these red platforms... Oh, I missed my jump there. But, hey, we still have Rush Coil, so there's that. These elevator platforms are going to ride in this U-shaped pattern. The red platforms are going to fly completely off when they reach the end, and the green platforms, they keep rotating back and forth. To get back, we're going to have to use Rush Coil, as you see here. It's not too hard, but just be a little cautious. You could bump into the platforms by mistake and trigger them, and it can push you back into the pit. But let's cross some more spikes on grasshoppers. There, see, that one does a long jump. I don't know why that one does a long jump. Now this one's doing a long jump. I don't know what triggers it. And this one's going to do a long jump too. Jeez. I apologize if the charge noise gets annoying to people. I just use it because it makes things go faster. You can get yourself a free energy up there. Oh, I kind of want that. I would show off Rain Flush right now, but you need all of Rain Flush. You need to use every shot of Rain Flush if you want to take out Bright Man. Now this part's tricky, because you have that light bulb enemy that can easily knock you into the pit off of these moving platforms. I typically try to avoid shooting them if all possible, because I don't really want to have it be... I don't want the room to be dark when I'm making these jumps. But for this last one, you kind of have to shoot it, otherwise you're going to die. But we're at the end here. It's a little bit of a longer stage than Toadman, but not too terribly bad. And we're at Brightman. Now, Brightman is one of those bosses that I will never be able to beat without getting hit. Case in point. So I just keep firing off the rain flush until he's gone. His attacks are he's going to use these little spread shots here, and every time you see his light bulb flash, the reason why I'm not moving is because you can't move when he uses that. And I got lucky. Sometimes when he freezes you, he's going to leap at you, and if he does that, contact damage is much more damaging than his pellet shots. And he can take you out pretty quick if the RNG decides to screw you over. Which has happened to me on a couple of failed recording sessions. But for beating him, we get the Flash Stopper. I don't know why Brightman's weapon is called the Flash Stopper and Flashman's weapon wasn't. But oh well. Freaking airplanes. Wouldn't be a recording by Sire Goku if there wasn't airplanes flying over my house. Anyway, time to go after Pharaoh Man, who has my third favorite theme in the game. I don't usually rate themes for Mega Man games, but oh well. Now the problem here is that when you're in the sand here, you are gonna sink in it slowly, and if you sink all the way to the bottom, it's gonna count as you falling into a pit. Rain Flush actually is very helpful here because it can take out those scorpion enemies, as well as the firefly enemies that are dropping pellets on you. Because those guys can get really annoying really fast. Now to progress further on, you want to drop down there, but if you jump over the entrance to this pyramid, the screen continues to scroll to the right. Getting prepared for... There we go. Yeah, there's going to be scorpions coming out of the sand here, so just be prepared for them. And over here we find this B item. This is the balloon. I'll show that off in a second, but for beating that, we are now warped into here. This essentially skips the first half of the... Oh, here's the balloon that we just got. The balloon acts like the item 1 from Mega Man 2. It makes It makes a platform they can use to jump on. It's pretty nice. Anyway, going to that entrance to get the balloon actually lets you skip the first half of this pyramid. There's really not much to say about the first half of the pyramid. You get a couple of enemies, but nothing too important. And I'm going to use Time Stopper here because sometimes those bats can get kind of in the way. Also, these moving platforms here can shoot at you, as you're noticing. So, using the Time Stopper is beneficial, though you want to save a bit of it for use against Pharaoh Man, of course. Moving on, we have more spiked platforms, but now they're going to throw in these mummies that attack you by throwing their heads at you. I don't see how that's a viable attack option, but there it is. But yes, these little platforms here can potentially knock you off into the pits if you're not careful. Ow. Jerk. And we're done. For skipping the first part of the stage, it makes the rest of the stage go by pretty quickly. But we're at Pharaoh Man. And Pharaoh Man is going to be really fast. He's going to hop, and then he's going to throw Pharaoh shots at you. When he stands there, he's going to charge up his Pharaoh wave, and then throw it at you. But that's it. And now, he's really got no chance of beating me. 1, 2, ow, jerk. Well, fine. If you're going to be that way, I'll just be cheap. You just freeze him in place in rapid fire. He can't do squat to you. He can be a difficult boss, but his weakness just makes him a joke. What can I say? Oh well. And with that, I'm going to call this a video. So thank you guys for watching. Oh, we're also going to get the weapon, so... Yeah, for beating Pharaoh Man, we get the Pharaoh shot. I'll see you guys in part 2.